And just like that, we live once again on this Good Friday.
Good
Uh,
Friday. This very, very warm Friday.
yes, it's hot as hell.
It's hot as fuck. It is hot as fuck, but it is the end of May. So
Yes, that's true.
that's the given. It's the end of May.
Gemini season coming off of Taurus season.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Uh,
and yours truly is just coming off of a birthday. So
yes, period. Happy birthday, belated birthday,
yes,
bitch.
thank you, Jan. My 35th birthday, yes, May 23rd, Gemini season, baby. Tatted on my wrist.
Yes. You know what you should have said?
So I
You
feel like you
should have
about
said,
to
"Oh, so you're gonna tell me happy birthday on my birthday on the day that is my birthday."
musty ass bitch. She got the game all fucked up. Baby, shout out to Lord of Squad and Adult Swim, baby.
Right?
Rumors know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Oh, speaking of happy birthday, cocoa butter
bar, Miss Mamas.
Yes.
Girl.
She
keep
said happy
her
birthday.
pen, yeah. Because where you been, Miss Mamas? Girl, where you been?
Life, okay.
Cocoa Butter Barbie, shout out to everybody.
Yes.
First of all, y'all don't know you were done the intro. I just want to say because I feel like
no, you're good. It's no
everybody's the top track. So let's just shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to Cocoa Butter Barbie. Shout out to the girl Galaxy that's in the chat.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that wants to join us tonight on this good fucking Friday.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for the birthday.
Yes, it's Troy's his birthday was yesterday, the 23rd. Yes, so shout out to him.
35th birthday, baby. And I just want to say I don't want to be like,
it looks good on you.
Thank you. One of them come up to me and was like, well, 58 looks good on you. I'm like, bitch, fuck you. 58. 40, now I can really say not even 40, not even pushing 40. And you know, I'm only really waiting to get in my late 30s just so I can say that. Not even 40, not even pushing 40. But yes, thank you, Jan. 35. I feel good. I feel great. I can honestly say that, yeah, it's a blessing to be here because I just know a lot of young men our age don't get to see this age. So let me just say a lot of young men, a lot of young African American men don't get to see this age. So yes, thank y'all for the birthday love. It feels good to be here on this motherfucking Friday.
Good to see you too, Cocoa Butter Barbie. We are here to kind of wrap up Geminifilmz, the Come Up ATL season 4. I know gone but not forgotten. I know some people probably like, well, I forgot all about that show. But we wrap up our loose ends, okay? But yeah, this is our wrap up. And let us know what y'all thought of this season because no shade, this is a Geminifilmz stan account, but I wasn't really here for this season. I guess we can just get into our thoughts about the season now, right?
You said gone but not forgotten. I said, baby, it's kind of forgotten. No shade. It's kind of forgotten. And I love Geminifilmz. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely kind of forgotten. This season for me was just, I don't even think there were any, honestly, and I love Geminifilmz. Don't take this the wrong way. This isn't like shade, or I don't want this to come off as disrespect, but this season could have been scrapped, if we be honest. Recasted. There was no come up. Like, there were certain, maybe 2 kind of events where there were actual, like, possibility to network, and there was drama. Too many cast members.
Too many cast members. I was about to say something else. But yeah, too many cast members. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like Geminifilmz, shout out to Geminifilmz once again, but I feel like he's getting to the point where he's trying to like kind of like how how Bravo always has Real Housewives, like a franchise on it. I feel like he's trying to do that, which I respect, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like when the quicker you make these shows, the I guess the worse the quality kind of gets, and not in a technical way. I think it's shot pretty decently, but I just feel like in terms of like casting people and like getting the storylines together, I feel like it wasn't really hitting for me. And I know he was working on The Dolls. I know he was working on Bad Boys Reunited, and I think there was a show even before that he was working on. But this season wasn't really given. It just kind of felt like they rushed it.
Yeah.
So
I have this theory that the cast members decided to have like this wild orgy, and it's led to this orchestrated beef on camera.
Jeez.
They either fucked up camera and it led to this fake tension, or they either decided to orchestrate this fake beef and bring it to the screens. Because I was like,
not the orgy. That's
it was a lot of sexual tension in this energy. I mean, we're gonna break it down. Now break it down for me, or whatever.
Too many bottoms, not enough tops in that situation. No shade. I'm just playing, but I can't imagine a whole situation, a sexual situation with all of them. That's a lot.
It was a lot of. But yeah, it's some actual physical violence, baby. I said, what's going on here?
Well, when people are beefing and we don't really understand why they're beefing, even though this season people were beefing for some reasons. Like let's not forget, like some people was doing some crazy shit, but I feel like when it's like petty and they just won't let it go, it's like, did y'all have was there relations? Because I just feel like this pettiness, somebody's seen somebody's dick at some point. Like,
imagine if Monica Lewinsky and President Bill Clinton was this petty after their sexual fiasco.
Ooh,
imagine
like
that. White
kept wearing that dress, like she just kept wearing the blue dress.
She kept.
He kept smoking cigars.
I wonder if he got the cigar that he allegedly inserted into her. I wonder if he has that like framed, or is it like
in the Smithsonian, baby?
My goodness.
Oh my god!
And the National Geographic history books, baby.
Yeah, this is for the history books. I want my. You know what? Never mind. I'm going too far. But anyway, back to the Come Up. Back to the Come Up season 4.
Watch her, baby.
And definitely let us know what y'all thought about this season. If y'all watched it, let us know if you didn't watch it. I'm curious to see how this was received. The comments, I should have highlighted some comments or brought some comments from the Patreon, but yeah, some people were kind of agreeing like it wasn't as good as it could have been. It was a little slow. It was a little like all over the place, and the cast was too big. But yes, let me highlight some comments before we kind of get into the people. You said what?
Shout out to everybody that's here.
Okay, child. You know I got that PTSD from the static. It started again. I was about to be shook. But anyway, once again, shout out to I know some people just came in the room. Troy's birthday was yesterday, the 23rd.
Yes,
so if you want to wish him a happy birthday, definitely feel free to do that. But yes, I thought you were 26. You wearing that shit? Yes. Period. Oh, 26.
Like, thank you.
26, baby.
Baby, still get carded. Well, not at my like regular liquor store, but if I go to a liquor store and they're not familiar with me, like even with the streak in my beard, they're like, "Oh, I need your ID."
Right. You like the
compliment. Sometimes it's like, "Bitch, you trying it? You playing on my
right?" Ciao. But anyway, Coco Butter Barbie said, I think he doing too much too fast with the different shows. I agree. And I feel like, he's gotten to a point where he can like create multiple shows, but like I just feel like it's becoming too expedited to the point where it's like kind of not as good in quality. But shout out to Daniel K. Thank you for being here. Glad you came in laughing. Shout out to you. Spicy Original, good to see
you. Thank you for being here, Spicy.
Yes. But yeah. Spicy Original also say happy B-Day.
Yes. Thank you all for the birthday love.
All the birthday love. During Gemini season, I'm not gonna shade Geminis on their season.
I have a feeling that it's kind of gonna come out during this.
It's gonna slip out.
Yeah, and I'm completely prepared for it.
Okay. What did Milan say when he was like, he was talking to somebody about something, and he always messy as hell. He's like, it just slipped out, like the tea just slipped out, and I was like, what, Milan, you messy ass bitch, you might as well just do it.
I just slipped out, like, sure, Milan.
Jesus, do you want to? Speaking of Milan, do you want to start with him?
Yes, let's get into Mr. Milan, baby. So Milan was kind of one of the people I was the most excited to see this season, because following last season and the whole debacle with the lost footage, I was really looking forward to seeing more of Milan, him doing hair, slam.
That was last season.
I'm sorry.
The lost footage was last season.
Yeah, Last season of
Damn, that seemed like so long ago.
it does seem like forever. It seemed like about 6 years ago.
When his shit got stolen. When
Yeah,
Karan,
somebody stole
okay.
with Cam, and Redacted Valentine was a part of the season and all of that.
Yeah.
But I was really looking to seeing more of just Mulan this season. Mulan being married, I was really hoping that would have been like a huge part of the season. But let me go on record to say I don't really know what Mulan's filming schedule was like. I don't know if his husband was able to film on a regular basis, or but I was looking for to see more Mulan and just him being married, the married life, because he is, I believe, the first person to be married on the Come Up Atlanta franchise. I know Tashim and his husband were just recently married. Shout out to them. But yeah, I was looking forward to seeing more of Mulan. Karan needs to, everybody that's been in a long-term relationship on any Gemini film show, Karan should do a Real Housewives like franchise with them.
Yes, I'm here.
The Golden Girls, the Married Girls,
the Married
girls that's working 9 to 5.
Life of a wife. Maybe because they're not wives.
No, we can't quote Yandy Smith on that because Yandy legally is not a wife. So we do not know. She does not know if that's what a wife does. So let me just go on record and say that.
Oh my God.
Let me just go on record and say that. But yeah, I was looking forward to seeing more of Milan, the married life, the cosmetologist, the hairstylist. But like I said, I don't know what his filming schedule was. But yeah, I do want to go on record and say I feel like Milan is low key messy as hell. Like you said, the bone carrier.
Yeah.
He's just slightly dropping. You know what Milan kind of reminds me of? Deep reference. Remember when Family Guy, when Peter was trying to trap James Wood? Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. I feel like Milan is like that person that's just gonna drop the plant.
Just drop that little.
Yeah, till you discover the big bone. Milan is that person. So.
Yeah.
Milan. Yeah. I like that Milan has like other ventures and other stuff going on other than just kind of like being the bone carrier of the show.
Right. He does offer other things like being married, and his hair business. But yeah, I don't know. I like Milan. I do feel like this season, for some reason, I mean, I feel like Milan has always been messy, but I feel like this season, I kind of see where like people are coming from, where it's just like you be throwing a rock and hiding your hand. And I feel like a lot of the beef that people had with him was because of that, not necessarily because of the whole like. I guess they were trying to put the whole like, oh, you messed with Leon too, you messed with Pyro's ex too, and it's like they were in high school. Like y'all are reaching. Like your shirt is like lifting up because you're reaching so much. like I'm just like no, like, but I feel like they're a real issue, and the only person that really like spoke on that and only that was Kimmy. Like she was like, you like to like talk a lot and like say a lot, and then when people approach you on it, it's like, what happened? I'm just, but I kind of get where he's coming from though, because in a setting like this, if like people are telling you stuff, you don't want to seem like a fake bitch and not go tell the person that this person said, because if they play it back and you're in the scene, they're gonna be like, why didn't you tell me? So you kind of in a rock and a hard place. Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like he be telling tea to people that don't need to be involved, if that makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, I think, what did you think of the marriage? I mean, I thought it was cute. The first scene they were in, you could tell Milan was like kind of nervous because he couldn't stop smiling. And like, I'm sure having like your man on a platform like this, much more your husband, like, I'm sure it's like a nerve-wracking thing, but I don't know. I thought that they had chemistry. I wish they had talked more about just like their day-to-day and like what brought them together and like what they like about each other. They more so talked about like, I guess, the proposal and all of that. Proposed 4 times. I also want to know what was the timing between the proposals? Like, because I'm just like, if somebody proposed, huh?
I just said good question because I forgot Milan just said it. His husband popped the question 4 different times.
Because I'm like, did he propose? Did he propose and you said no, and then he waited a month and then asked again? Because I'm just like, I don't know how that works. Like, I've never been proposed to, but like, I don't know how that works. So I don't know if like, because I would think like if you propose to somebody and they said no, isn't that the end of the relationship? Maybe the relationship did end and then they just got back together. I don't know. But
I think Milan did say that. Well, I don't remember him saying that. I'm a little tipsy, excuse me. But I do remember Milan saying that they lived in separate states. So I don't know if the distance is kind of what like was putting like a hold on like Milan accepting the proposal. But I do wish that we would have got to like I said, see more of Milan's married life and how they met, how they decided to find like I guess common ground on Milan's husband moving to Atlanta, them moving together from like separate states, and maybe next season of the Come Up, Milan, we can get more of Milan and his.
I hope his husband doesn't become a cast member though. I don't want that.
Member, but,
yeah. I do want to see him, but I want him to just be attached to Milan. I don't want him to be on the actual show.
Kind of like the partners on the Shit We Do for Love. Shout out to the Shit We Do for Love. How they weren't really a part of the show. They were just on camera when they were with their partner. So I see that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I see that. Shout out to Mulan. Adore Mulan, I believe is his Instagram handle. He slays the Wiz. You know, I really fuck with Mulan because you know I'm a dancing doll in my head.
Yeah.
So he be slaying the dancing dolls wigs on that tour. And
he be having them Texas wigs. Remember when Beyonce was at the Super Bowl? I was like, did Milan slay this wig? This seems like something Milan would have did. Just a big old.
You know Milan loves a honey blonde dude.
Yes.
You know
just a big old honey bun. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else Milan got into this season. Of course, his beef with we already talked about his beef with Judy. Yes,
Judy won Milan, and that's what that is.
I can see that.
She want that married man, and
yeah, it's a done deal. But after that, he kind of faded into the background. I mean, you know, he had his moments with Dion, which I love their dynamic. I like the scenes with them together because I feel like Milan kind of makes Dion bearable in a way. Like I feel like when Dion is by himself, it's like, but like I feel like when he's with Milan, Milan can kind of tame him, if that makes sense. Like they kind of feed off of each other well.
Yeah.
So I like when they're together.
I feel like Milan and Dion kind of have our dynamic. Cause I'm Dion, where you know I'm gonna watch what I say. Of course, I'm definitely gonna filter what I say. But you know, for the most part, I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck is on my. Well, you know, I'm just gonna blurt it out. And I feel like in a way you are Milan, and it's like, here this bitch go. Like again, a fucking again. I kind of feel like we have that little and deep cut. But you know what I was thinking about the other day, and I cannot stop fucking laughing.
What?
When we went to IHOP and I went to tried it, bitch, I had to slam on the table and that bitch know like I'm not to be played with.
Oh, I forgot about that. Why did you slam your hand on the table? I forgot. I think she asked you a question.
She was playing on my top. She did something, and I just had to slam my hands on the table. Let that bitch
I do remember that. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
Spook the shit out of that old white man sitting next to us. My goodness, but that's that Gemini energy. Now I can go on record and say that.
Yes,
that's
I was
that
Gemini say that, but I said I wasn't shading Geminis. But yeah, I think their dynamic is cool. I thought it was funny when Dion started to. He said something about somebody's weight or somebody's body, and then Milan was like, "Oh, I'm not body shaming. I'm gonna close."
Talking about Messiah's crevices. My goodness.
Well, I mean, you better be careful. Messiah snatching everybody's nigga out here. So,
is Messiah a succubus?
He might be. Dumb pink lips.
As long as he's not trying to rumble in those skin tight jeans, I'm here for Messiah. He was trying to rumble with Pyro and them damn painted on jeans. I said, sir.
Does Messiah give you a tennis bracelet tee?
Like love at the lockup,
like a little. Or? No, not that kind.
Oh.
Just the type to wear a tennis, like a what is his name?
Chanel bracelet.
Yes.
A Gucci. Yeah. Okay. A Gucci.
He gives me that vibe. He definitely gives me that vibe. But yeah, I like their dynamic. Yeah, I wish I would have saw more of his husband. He kind of faded into the background the last episode. Like I guess because there was just so much arguing and like drama that he kind of played a part in. So I guess he just kind of was like Geppetto, just like step back and just watch everything, transpire. But yeah, I'm not mad at Milan. But he is messy.
He
But you
is.
kind of need a messy bitch on a show like this. But just
You do, and he's not like too like running back.
he
Milan,
has his boundaries.
yeah, he has other things. Like we said, he has other things going on than Messi. That's why I enjoy Milan because started being married. He's a hairstylist. He's also a really good friend. I like that he, like you say, he makes Dion bearable, tolerable. But I feel like Milan is a really, really good, like good friend. I feel like with sometimes he kind of plays the middleman or he straddles the fence. But like you said, like if you sitting amongst people and they're talking about your friend or just talking about somebody that you know, it's gonna be like, oh well, you knew they were talking shit about me. Why didn't you come to me sooner, or why didn't you step in or check them or shut that shit down or something, like whatever. But I do like Milan. I feel like Milan is a really good friend. Speaking of really good friends, now baby, Tate Anthony and Quay. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's talk about Tate Anthony, Mr. Detroit, because Tate Anthony did some very questionable things. This goddamn, and I said, Tate, you too old, and you a veteran, OG.
You supposed to be a veteran. I was disappointed, to be honest.
I said, I know you did not come back for this bullshit. I was like, I want to see the YouTube. You Tate Anthony,
and you ain't get food out either, like Messiah did. So I'm even more disappointed.
I wonder if any Bad Boys for Bad Boys Club Reunited got flued out for the cabin.
Ooh.
Probably not, because they all pulled up in them cars.
That's true.
And Lilo pulled up in that car and started thumping like it's some ghetto trashy bitches. But that's a different show.
Check out our
Bad Boys Reunited reviews. But Tate Anthony, first of all, I interpreted it as like transphobia towards Judy. The comments he made about Judy, I believe it was between episodes 7 and 9. We also should have put in our when we started this review, this is going to be like an end cap, so we're doing episode 6 through 13, baby. Ooh. Well, not really episode 6 through 13. We're going to go down the cast members, rank them. We still have to grade Milan, grade them, give our opinions on them, and then we're going to grade the season once we're finished with the review of the cast members. So, Tate Anthony, I felt like he threw some little bit of transphobia at Judy. He said some people aren't attracted to Judy when she's dolled up.
Oh, so I do remember that. Okay, I remember him saying that.
So I was like, damn, Tate, you kind of. It be the film girls that be
that internalized hatred, baby. That internalized hate.
I be like, aren't you also kind of film? And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're a film, how you gonna throw shit?
Some people have that whole like, oh, I'm gay, but I'm not that gay. Like you'll see, like even the most feminine, like in their mannerisms, gay men be looking down on like somebody that shows up in a wig, like a gay boy that shows up in a wig. It's like, oh, I ain't that gay, and it's like, who fucking cares? Like you're gonna get called names just like that person's gonna get called names in certain environments. So like, what does it matter? But I do remember him saying like, oh, like. I guess Judy gets more attention dolled up versus like not dolled up, I guess. But I don't know.
And body shaming Judy, saying Judy, you know. I'm like, I'm thick. And you know I love me a thick nigga. So shout out to all my thick niggas, all my thick daddies. So just across the country.
Yes.
Across the world. But yeah, the body shaming, the transphobia, Tay was on a lot of, for me, Tay being a bad, yes, and I'm sorry to cut you off mid-thought, Jan, but Tay was just, I just wanted to see more. This is the come up. Like, I feel like there hasn't been a really, really, really good solid season of the come up since season 2, and that's when Dion was introduced. That's when everybody had an op. So it's like, oh, like, this bitch messy. Let's book this. Let's do this showcase. I do hair. Let me show you me doing somebody's hair. Like season 2 was like the last good season. I feel like everybody's just so focused on drama and nitpicking. And I'm gonna read this bitch. And reading is cool, but if you're on camera every time you're arguing or you're reading or throwing shade at somebody, it's like, why are you here?
Yeah, it's also getting too nitpicky. Like, I don't want it to be to the point where it's like, oh, but then in this text message, you said this. And then at that party, I'm like, bro, I can't keep up. Like, we need a diagram to like figure out what happened. Like, I need it to be a little simpler and less petty. Cause I don't want it to be like serious shit, even though some serious shit did happen. I just need it to be more entertaining and interesting.
Right.
But he did have some funny moments, like his situation with River, and what did he say? Cheers to her and her ankles. I've been thinking about that for the longest. When River was walking away, I think it was maybe the second time he walked away when they sat down at that park. Yeah, that whole session was hilarious to me.
He did not take his foot off River's neck, and I was
really
like,
did not.
I don't understand why, because River is a black man with blue eyes. So, but at this point, it's kind of giving like
obsession,
kind of like bully a little bit, because it's wishy-washy. At first, you kind of don't see it for River, and then y'all are cool. Not, I guess y'all are communicating, and then
and he thought you were cute. So I'm just like,
do you want? I kind of want to ask Tay River. Did he want Tay Anthony? Did he want River?
I wonder if he had brown eyes. Did he want him?
Do you got a boo because I want you, or whatever Jeff just said?
You think he want to taste him? Shout out to shout out to
how I feel about that.
Oh right.
That context, baby. No Hannibal Lecter, no Buffalo Bill, baby.
Shout out to
Tay Anthony definitely wanted to definitely gobble a River and Arctic Blue. I was going to say color contacts. I forgot he had surgery. He had the Tamika Tiny Harris implants.
He did. Also, he be moving like an old man. Like his body I don't know. I just need him to have a little more, I don't know, vigor, a little more, just the way he be like walking into scenes and like sit down. I'm like, you gotta body like an 80-year-old. Jesus. But yeah, I don't know. He definitely was like, he did keep his foot on River's neck. And no shade, I think I would have also been spooked by the contacts, because I just feel like, when you look at somebody, you normally looking them in the eye. Like if they're talking to you or if they're just talking in general, you're looking them in the eyes. So for me to be looking at you constantly in your eyes, and it's these blue ass not even contacts, these blue ass eyes, is just like,
it's
I
a
don't
bit
know. It's a lot.
I'm used to looking at African Americans with dark eyes.
Yeah,
like it's going.
I feel like people with natural eyes, they tend like, it's almost like they're like, if they have green eyes or blue eyes, it kind of like works with their skin tone. I guess that's God, but like, it like works with their skin. When people get like surgery and stuff, it's just like, ooh, it's a little too dramatic.
And to touch on what David said, like, we know African Americans, people of color, are born with colored eyes, like color eyes. Now, I don't have a problem with.
They have it in their Twitter bio. Yes. They have color eyes. Yes.
Or they biracial. That's also in their bio. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. We know there are African Americans with like natural color eyes. I absolutely don't have a problem with. I kind of do have a problem with you, because I feel like you're the devil. So you still the fuck out my face. But to go have surgery or put color contacts in your eyes, like.
I mean, I don't fully mind color contacts, especially if you're doing a look, like if with the makeup or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah, back to Tay. How'd you feel about Tay's battle with Messiah? Because the girls was saying that Messiah ate him up.
I kind of feel like Messiah took that. Tay was very irate. But I kind of feel like Tay was kind of asking for it, because he had like a lot of smoke for Judy and then a lot of smoke for like River. So the back and forth with even with like Shane, like I was so confused over the whole
bottle situation.
You're not paying for the bottle, like what the fuck?
But Shane be like something. I don't want to say something is wrong with Shane, but Shane gets angry like very quickly for no reason. It seems like I feel like that whole bottle situation was so weird. Like if you said you're gonna buy a bottle and then you go off somewhere and you come back and I ask for the bottle at, why are you mad at me? You the one that said you was gonna buy a bottle. Like
I feel like, and this might be off the record, Shane don't run down on me. I feel like Shane said he was gonna buy the bottle. He went to call his husband for some cash out money. Husband declined. He came back without the bottle, and that's what led to the argument with Tay Anthony.
Now he had an installment for a bottle. I can't.
Nah, I could be 100% wrong on that. Nah,
he said the bar was closed.
Yeah, Shane does have a tendency, but it could be the relationship, the environment that Shane is in, that has him just on edge and guard all the time. And I guess Tay Anthony had been telling him like you have to learn how to control your emotions. So like,
Yeah.
if I ask you a question, you can't explode on me because then I'm gonna reciprocate that, and it's just gonna be back and forth. So
and you kind of aggravating the broke allegations. If I'm like, oh, you could like, cause not like he said you can't afford one. He just said where the bottle at.
Right.
You got mad. So yeah. And then him buying that Sprite. But then Tay Anthony like, y'all wanna chaser? I got this fucking Sprite. I was like, that's fucking right. Like, you bought me some Sprite because you felt pressed. Like, and I'm gonna use it. So it is what it is. But yeah, back to Tay. Yeah, I don't know. This wasn't the comeback that I wanted for him. Like, especially since he's known for some read. Like, so I don't know. I wish he would have came back better, but
yeah, him
arguing. Got that sit down with Dion.
Wait, what'd you say?
At least he got that sit down with Dion finally. Remember the last season he was shaking. He couldn't go through with it. I was like,
Finally did get to have that goddamn sit down. Did Pyro and Dion, did they ever sit down? And I think they might have had a conversation off camera.
You know what? You're right. I think that season, the last season, he was going to meet with Pyro, right? Dion was going to meet with Pyro, and it never worked out.
Yeah.
But Tay Anthony also like was in it. Because I think he threw the bottle or he threw the water and
threw the water in that Pyro.
It was 1-2 combo. 2 piece in a biscuit. But yeah. Yeah, Tay Anthony, man, they could have kept him.
Yeah, I agree. While we are on the, I know we said we were gonna talk about Quay next. While we are on the subject of Shane. Shane is nutty boo. Shane is nutty the fuck boo. But like I feel like it's the environment, the relationship that he's in. Shane has body.
He does.
Shane does have, he has a nice ass body. Kind of lispy, but I don't mind.
Kind of lispy,
but Shane has body. Baby, he was rumbling with Sean Dion and them damn cargo shorts. I saw the glutes and the calf muscles. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he does work out. Remember when he met with Dion? He had them damn fingerless gloves on. That workout here, baby. Where are you coming from?
You about to go thrash? My goodness.
Where are you coming from, beloved? Like, this outfit is very. It was the fingerless gloves for me. I was just like, this is a lot. But
like, what you about to go to?
I know you be in the gym going hard with the damn camera tripod set up. Like, yeah. But
so
I think
Shane versus, because
it
was a lot. Shane versus Sean Dion. Yeah. Then Shane versus fucking River, which was so unwarranted.
Yeah, that was random. I don't even remember why they argued.
I don't think this was Shane's season. Like him going through what he was going through, a divorce. I also didn't like the fact that when Shane sat down with Milan, he was kind of like throwing dags or throwing shade at Milan.
I didn't like that either. Oh, yeah.
I was in a happy face too. I could tell you were not happy. And I'm like, nigga, don't project on him because you weren't happy, nigga. Like,
right. And Milan, from what we hear, Milan didn't even really say much. Like he was like, we've had our issues, but that's literally every couple. Like nobody's perfect. Yeah. So like he didn't even tell you much, and you like, I can tell you not happy. I'm like, you might be projecting.
Definitely projecting. And them damn fingerless gloves. But yeah, that was one thing I didn't like. Like Milan didn't even give you any type of indication, signal that him and his husband were headed for like to the courthouse to file papers. Like that was weird.
Yeah, I feel like Shane maybe felt like Milan was trying to be funny with the whole like, because he did kind of gag when Shane told him that he was divorcing. So maybe it was just like the fact that like, oh, like you're in a marriage and like, you know, my marriage isn't doing so well, maybe. Because he really had no reason to like say that about their relationship. And you never even met his husband. So it's just like, I don't get it. But
it also could be, I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just going, go ahead. I'll bring up what I'm talking
I was thinking it could be, where I guess Shane's dagger at Milan could be the fact that Shane dated Dion. and kind of was being, I guess, dating two people at once. Shane was saying he didn't date the dude at the same time he was dating Dion, but it could be shade, like Karma. I guess he dated Dion.
Karma Banks.
That Karma Banks, baby. Thank you. Remember when I told you I was gonna make you gag?
Yeah.
But yeah, dating Dion and then being married almost like a year after y'all break up. It's like, well, marriage is a big leap. How the hell did you?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
also,
not that it's not a plausible timeline, but I just didn't like Shane throwing the unnecessary darts at my mind.
I agree. I also feel like it was kind of crazy, like him talking about the whole like how he met his husband and like, you know, why they ended up getting married, and he was just saying like, oh, he's from Jamaica and he like wanted to help him out and like all of that. And I was just kind of like, everybody else kind of peeped like, did you marry him for a green card? Like, is that what really happened? Because I'm like, I don't think you should be saying that. Like, I mean, I know they're married now, so like, I don't know, like legally, I don't think anybody can do anything about it. But like, that's not how it's supposed to go.
Oh, Shane should have been on 90 Day Fiance and not the Come Up.
He should have been. A couple of them could have been on Love After Lockup,
baby. Shout out to all my 90 Day Fiance girl. I need to go get to 90 Day Fiance again, baby. That was a time.
It was a time. We tried.
DBB cover, that was before I was really getting into that before we started the podcast.
Yes.
Also, an even deeper fucking cut. I still have the 3 videos that we recorded from our 90 Day Fiance. So people in the comments, people that fuck with us, let us know if we should upload that. Just unedited, just straight up iPhone footage of me and Damon 4 years ago.
We might have to listen to that because you know we be saying some wild shit.
Yeah, let's go through it. We definitely gonna have to go through it. But Shane got body. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if he's still married. I ain't trying to be, telling a married man that he got body, but Shane came my way.
I also just wanted to highlight
with a ski mask on. I wouldn't hesitate.
Not with a ski mask. Here you go.
I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate.
Not an anonymous T. Alexa, play Anonymous by Bobby Valentino. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Coco's TV. Thank you for being here serving face. Yes, I'm into it. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But yeah, Shane getting married to make that make his husband a U.S. citizen is definitely something that everybody caught on to. Like, and then he had the nerve to get mad at everybody else. I'm like, you the one that's spilling your tea, like, and then get mad that we are picking up what you putting down on his James Wood shit. Like,
you ain't shit, my goodness. But I said not Shane being dumb trade, spilling his tea and getting mad at everybody else for asking questions. Like,
we're connecting the dots. Like, now, are you mad at them because they were able to figure it out, or are you mad because they said it? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I think Shane was a good addition. I forgot he fought Sean Dion. I don't even know if they ever. Oh, they did end up kind of trying to make up. Yeah. But we'll get to Sean Dion.
This was not the Sean Dion from the Come Up Miami.
Yeah.
The inaugural season of Come Up Miami. I was like, I don't know what's going on with this young man.
Yeah. Is this his tether? What's going on? Like,
it was definitely giving tether.
Yeah.
It was definitely giving tether. But before we move on, we need to rank, or not rank, but we need to grade Milan.
I thought you want to do that at the end. You want to do that now?
Yeah, let's grade them after.
Okay.
Because honestly, I'm gonna forget, baby. I'm over here sipping on this, and I'm a big buzz.
Where is your sponsorship?
Facts, Bacardi, you need to sponsor me. Wait, this isn't a Diddy product, is it? That's a rock. And see, I'm glad. See, let's talk about the switch up, because Ciroc used to be that girl for me.
True, you switched up. Not you switching up before this even happened.
Listen, Come on, Negro Damas. Look at it.
Yes.
Look at it, baby. You know Ciroc used to be my girl, but
Oh my God.
yeah, let's grade them as we
Grade
go,
them,
because
okay.
at the end of the review, baby, I'm gonna forget, and people in the comments gonna be like, "I thought y'all was supposed to grade them." So yeah, so Milan for me, I'm gonna say B minus, just because I'm gonna give Milan the B minus, just because of the previous seasons of the Come Up. We saw his work ethic and getting into no Milan. A bit shady, kind of straddles the. I don't really feel like he straddles the fence, but I feel like he is kind of messy. He needs to find that medium of maybe not
just need to own it.
Yeah, not really bringing the dirt to his friend on camera, because it seems kind of like malicious, if that makes sense. So do it off camera.
I'll give him a B.
Okay.
I'll give him a B. I feel like, you know, he did show his marriage, which I appreciate. You know, that takes a lot for people to show, like, you know, that much of their personal life, I guess, especially like, you know, in this circle and these cultures. You know, bringing your man around, I guess that's anybody though. Like, bringing your man around, you might be a little nervous. Not to say that somebody's gonna take his man, but you know, people get weird about stuff like that. So I'm happy that he did that. But yeah, I would say B, solid B. Now if we saw him doing some hair, you know, or you know, getting down with the dancing dolls, it would have been an A. But oh well. But who was after that? Who did we talk about?
Period. I said yes. If Milan had got down with some dancing dolls, I would have been on board with that. But Tate Anthony, Mr. Detroit, Miss Detroit. Okay, shout out to the girl, Miss Detroit.
Hey. Shout out to you wherever you are, Miss Detroit.
Tate Anthony this season is kind of a disappointment. A bunch of arguing. I'm gonna say C.
I'm gonna say C. Yeah, I'm gonna say C. Yeah, I mean, he has some fun. I'll say C plus, because he has some reads and some of his jokes. I still cheers to her and her ankles lives rent free in my mind. So you know, he had some funny reads. But yeah,
I do want to say when Quay and Shane were arguing at the club, Tay's background, his facial expressions in the background, he was gagged. That shit sent me, baby. He was so confused. Like, that shit was so funny.
I do remember that. Oh my God.
I need somebody to meme this, baby, because
he was going through it.
He was so cool. Also, when Dion and Quay were arguing, like doing that sit down, I think Dion had like Quay like slammed on the table where he stood up, and Tay was like, "Damn, bitch, calm down." Right. Like, yeah, Tay had some funny moments, but overall, like some of the comments he made towards like his house, I was like, "Oh no, you know better than that."
Right.
Shane, I'm gonna give Shane a B just because Shane got body. B stands for body.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give Shane B because he got body.
Yes.
Don't come right down on me because of what I said.
Shane,
you got body.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a B minus, because I'm gonna give him a B because he did kind of talk about like him being married and like just like the sadness that he has from getting a divorce. So I appreciate that, and honestly, I feel like he was correct in his situation with Sean Dion. Like,
yeah,
I feel like,
especially see how Sean reacted to a lot of situations that he caused this season. Yeah. I said, sir, you need your ass again. Like, what the fuck's going on with Sean Dion? But
and, you know, I'm gonna put a big fat allegedly before and after this statement. But I feel like Sean Dion might have a drinking problem. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny, and I don't want to put that on him because I don't know him, and this is the edited show. But it just, the examples keep coming up. Like, I feel like when you fought Shane after calling his cousin a bitch, you were drunk. When you got to that accident with Judy and Messiah, you were drunk. So I just feel like it just keeps happening. And he did say, like, you know, I'm in therapy. So, like, I feel like that's a start, you know. But yeah, I was just like, every time you drink, it's you kind of get into some shit. So I don't know. But I guess we can talk more about that when we get to him.
Yeah, let's go right into Mr. Dion.
Oh, right. Okay.
Aside from St. Anthony, he was also on some fuck shit. Mm-hmm. Now, Sean Dion, don't get me wrong, I loved Sean on the Come Up.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Fun. He was playful. He was energetic.
Right.
He was understanding. He was compassionate. Now, this person is like the complete opposite. I was expecting Sean to come in. I think this being like his first season as a cast member for the Come Up Atlanta, I was expecting him to come in and just be the same Come Up Miami Sean, you know, same energy, same playful vibe. No, he came in causing fucking man. He came in like a wrecking ball. Like, he came in causing so much chaos, not taking accountability for any fucking thing that he did.
Right.
The situation with Shane and Shane's cousin, he's like, "Oh, I'm a defender of women," but then you end up calling her out of her name, disrespecting her. So I was like, make it make sense. Then he's like, "Oh, I'm a defender of women, but I'm not gonna walk into the car because that's not my cousin." It's like,
then
why would you make an argument out of this? That's not your cousin. That's not your business. Then when Judy tell Kevin, that's not your business. That's not your business.
I forgot about that. Yes, it's not your business.
Yeah, like Sean was being weird, in my opinion, and I just really don't like using the word weird, but he was just being so weird and just
he just wasn't taking accountability.
Yeah, he wasn't taking accountability for anything. The disrespecting Sean's cousin, the auto accident that he could have took somebody's fucking life.
Yeah,
he's explaining the situation to Kimmy. He's like, "Oh, I went to work in the morning." It's like, what? Like, bitch, you caused a wreck on the freeway. And it wasn't like you were going 25, 30 miles an hour, but you were on the freeway.
You were flying,
Yes. Doing anywhere between 60 miles to 80 miles an hour drunk. Right. You caused the accident. And then, I don't know, Sean lost me this season.
It's like, I don't know.
The lack of self-awareness. Almost like he's having like a... It's almost like somebody, he's Grand Theft Auto, like a character on Grand Theft Auto, and somebody's playing him. Like, somebody has a controller. He's just like a sim or some
Who is
shit.
This Geppetto? Because he Pinocchio right now.
Is a disconnect from Sean and everything that he's doing and causing. Like, I don't know how he's not aware of, like, all of this shit is going on is because you started it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like he definitely I don't know. He definitely wasn't taking accountability. And I feel like maybe that's tied to him, like his dependency on alcohol or like the way he gets when he's, you know, drunk. I also feel like when you're so drunk, sometimes you don't remember what, like, shit that happened. So like you don't really grasp the severity of the situation because you were drunk. You know, you don't really fully understand what happened, but that don't mean that you can't, you know, take accountability. Like, yeah, it was just kind of gross for him to just be so dismissive of Judy's feelings, Judy and Messiah's feelings. I mean, Messiah didn't really care too much, but like, I understand where Judy's coming from. Like, y'all really could have died. Like, not to be like on some funny shit, but y'all could have died. Like, people die in car accidents every day. So like, and they don't even be drunk. So it's just like for you to be doing this, for you to be drunk and speeding, bro, like, no, like, that's not okay. So,
and I'm assuming that this is the same night. Sorry again to cut you off, but
no, you good.
I'm assuming this is possibly the same night that he fought Sean. Or not Sean, Shane.
I think this might have been a different night.
Okay.
I think it might have been a different night.
Okay, because I remember after they fought, Messiah pulling Dion away, or Sean Dion away. But I don't know if they got into a car. So you're right, it could have been a different episode.
I think, because I don't think Judy and Kimmy left together. I think the night that they got into that fight happened. But yeah, that was just kind of crazy. And then like the sit down after where he was basically deflecting and like trying to find a way to like not be wrong, I guess. But it's just like, I feel like Shane went into the conversation like, I'm just trying to let you know how I feel and where I'm coming from. Whereas I feel like Sean Dion was more so like, I'm not wrong, you're wrong. Like he was approaching the conversation like somebody has to be right and somebody has to be wrong. And it's like, let's just talk about what happened, like, you know. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I wondered, does he have a DUI? I feel like, you know, if you got to an accident,
also like, not really. Let me not say like to know. I'm sorry, damn, I'm drunk as hell, and I feel like I keep. It's like
he drunk as fuck, bro. He drunk as fuck.
I keep like cutting you. I'm so sorry. I have to work on that.
You're good. You're good.
I'm just wondering what also happened to the individual, like that he struck. Like, how are they doing? Like, they decided to like press any type of like charges. Like, I hope they are doing well. Like, I can't imagine just minding my business and some fucking idiot slept into my car because they decided to drive home drunk. So I hope that civilian pedestrian, wherever they are. I hope they recovered and they're doing well. But Sean is, yeah, like you said, he was gross as fuck, disgusting. His lack of accountability.
Yeah.
It was just something that you would expect from somebody who is not in their mid-20s. Somebody who is late teens, early 20s. Like, oh, the world owes me the world owes me this, and you know, all of that. Like, I personally, I would like to know if Sean was going through anything at the time that this season was being filmed that had him just feeling like, I don't care. I don't care, because like I said, watching the Come Up Miami and watching this is two different Sean. And I don't want to say like I know Sean. I've never hung out with the man, never spoke to him a day in my life. But watching him on the Come Up the Miami franchise and watching him, it's like two different people. He on the Sean
is kind of always had that in him though. I feel like he's always
this season is Bam Bam from the Come Up Miami. Sean was who he was trying to beat up. Season 1 of Come On Miami.
Unhinged team.
Yeah, very unhinged. You can't call it a car wreck. And I went to work the next day. Like,
just laughed it off. Yeah.
Oh.
And then they was like, thank God he got into the accident where he got into it at, because I guess the exit was like one of those swirly exits.
Yeah,
like you have to keep
curve.
So yeah, like he would have just deep cut, but like our cousin flew off that damn.
Yeah, like when Steve decided to go off the exit, I thought we were supposed to keep showing like, bitch, there are multiple signs on this exit that tell you to turn. There's a curve approaching. Like,
baby, we would have hit that wall like a like the Road Runner or something. Like we would have hit that hard as hell. Oh my God. But shout out to Made in Birmingham. Thank you for being in the building. Let's really get into this season. I mean, let us know your thoughts. We weren't really we weren't really impressed, I guess you could say. We weren't really gagging over it, but let us know how you feel. They also said, no lie, Sean was definitely drunk after he left Kimmy's birthday party. Oh, so yeah, that was Kimmy's birthday party.
Okay.
When they thought it was Shane's birthday party. But to be honest, we all were pretty wasted, cast crew. Is this Malik? I feel like this is Malik. Shout out to you, Malik.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Because I know you work with Karan on his shows. But he also said we thought they were all taking Ubers back to Kimmy's. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do feel like maybe a little bit of accountability can be placed on Messiah and Judy, because y'all decided to get in the car with this man knowing that he was drunk. I feel like if I have to argue with you about who's gonna drive, like I'll just take an Uber. Like, baby, I'll negative my account if that means I'm not gonna be in a car with a drunk, driver.
Also put that in my notes, but I was like, oh, I kind of don't want to like
victim blame.
Victim blame. But in my head, if I see somebody intoxicated getting into a car, if you don't want to take an Uber home, I'm gonna call the cops, and I don't want to be a police ass bitch, but I'm not on my good spirit and my conscience gonna allow somebody that I call a friend or that I care about to drive home drunk. So you can be mad at me, or I'm gonna probably call it like the EMTs. If they call the police, that's on them. Yeah, I'm gonna just call somebody. So I'm an Uber. I'm gonna have some medical technicians or emergency technicians tend to you, but I'm not getting in the car with somebody that's drunk, and I don't want anybody that's drunk to drive home. So I put that in my notes. Like, I definitely wouldn't squat for Sean to not drive home.
Right. I kind of get where they're coming from though, because I'm not gonna lie, full transparency, I've been out, like it's been a while, but I've been out, and like, we're all drinking, we're all hanging out, and like, somebody drives home, and it's like, probably don't. I mean, like, I've never driven home with somebody that's like drunk, like, noticeably drunk. Yeah, like I feel like, oh, you're a little tipsy, you've had a couple of drinks, and you gonna drive home. But it's never been like, I've never had to argue with somebody or like literally looked at somebody and been like, you can't drive. Like, now I've been in the passenger seat, like fucking drunk as fuck, almost passed out. But
passenger princess, baby.
Yes.
Okay.
You ever seen that that photo of Beyonce and Jay-Z in the back of a car? It's Beyonce in that she's like in like a green dress, but she drunk as fuck, passed out, and like Jay-Z is just sitting there on the other side. I feel like that's me. But don't drink and drive, y'all. That's awful. But yeah, I feel like he knows better. And I feel like part of the defensiveness was him knowing that he knows better and knowing he fucked up. And so just instead of playing, into like, I'm sorry, I apologize, like, I don't know what I can do to, rectify the situation, you want to act like it wasn't a big deal.
Right. Because he made a comment like, I forgot who he was talking about, Sean Dion, but he was like, oh, my mama raised me with manners, and she raised me something. I was like, did she raise you to be a drunk driving ass bitch? Let's talk about it. Like,
let's talk about it.
What's going on? But yeah. If we're gonna give Sean Dion a grade now, if we're gonna grade him, it would definitely be an F minus.
I'm gonna give him a D plus.
He needs to get his shit together, baby. You cannot drive home. You can't cause a wreck and then not take accountability for it, and then call a woman like a bitch, because that could have been a trigger for her. You don't know what she's been through with men, and you drunk.
And then, isn't you calling her a bitch invalidating your whole argument in the first place? Like, isn't your whole argument protect women, look out for women, and then you're like, you're a bitch? Like, it kind of gives me like nice guy syndrome, like those dudes that be like, I'm a feminist, or I'm this, I'm that. And then like the minute like a woman that either they're not attracted to, or that, just opposes their, thoughts or their feelings or whatever, they call them a bitch, or they like get real misogynistic. So yeah, it's definitely.
I'm sorry, deep, baby. I'm coming through with the deep cuts tonight. You know what I've been thinking about for the last 2 weeks, and I've been meaning to tell you.
Oh, let me.
The episode of The Office where Pam and Karen had finally got to talk about like Jim, and Karen was in a confession like, Pam is kind of a bitch. Gag, baby. Pamela Morgan Beasley had her gag.
Fighting over Jim, no. And it's about 10,000 men that look just like Jim and got girls. Like the Jim. Office girls fighting over him. Like,
goodness.
And then you got me like, girl, he ain't even that cute. Relax. Like,
right? Like, well, he wasn't cute until he pushed the hair back, and that's when we saw big everything.
You saw that big.
Another deep cut, completely off reference, but baby. Wait, I'm sorry. Who are we talking about? Sean Dion. Yeah, Sean Dion.
It was unfortunate. I liked him on Miami. Didn't really like him on this one. Hopefully he can, go on his redemption arc, because he definitely gonna need that. Yeah, I give him a D plus.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with my F.
Okay.
Now, if we're grading Sean Dion,
he's in there with
I'm gonna say A minus.
With Kane from Chasing Atlanta.
Wait, what happened?
He's in the same category. You gave him an F. The F.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kane, and we were.
They're in summer school together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Jay to the Swan came through press and decided to give us an F.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I was like, okay.
Kane, we were born, and
game with them.
Sean Dion are my Fs for the year of 2024. So shout out to him. But enough of Sean Dion's drunk ass. Let's move on to somebody a bit more fun. Somebody I personally enjoyed this season. I really enjoyed Kimmy this season. I enjoyed Kimmy last season, but I like Kimmy this season. I wish we could have got more of Kimmy beating faces, doing makeup, doing hair. Yes. I just don't know what went on with like the season and like the cast working and actually coming up. Right. But I can't just go on the record and say that I like Kimmy. The girl's body. I enjoy seeing her transition. I just think she's honest. She's vulnerable. I like that she opened up about her experience that she had with the crazy dude. That she
chaser.
I like that she was open and vulnerable enough to talk about that and just kind of spread awareness that there are cuckoos out here, especially targeted trans women. Like, we know about the increasing amount of violence towards, our trans sisters and even our trans brothers. They might not be as in the headlines as much as like our trans women, but we know that there is an increasing amount of violence towards trans people. So I like that Kim was open enough to talk about that and share her story, spread awareness for other trans women so that they could kind of be on alert and be on guard, like really look into who you're about to link up with, because like they could really be fucking crazy. So I did enjoy Kim.
I feel like also like just being like, I'm sure like being a trans person, I mean, I'm not trans, but I've heard like trans people say that they're like more comfortable meeting people online because you get to talk to somebody. It's less like, I mean, if they turn out to, if things go left, you're not in each other's space. Like,
Right.
you talk to them until you get comfortable.
Right.
So I can see why you would meet somebody online, but um the double-edged sword to that is, you don't really know them. You don't get their mannerisms, you don't get all that other stuff. So, but I guess anybody could be kind of anybody could make a situation go left. So, but I'm glad she was confident and comfortable enough to talk about the situation for sure.
No,
Um,
Kimmy did say something in regards to Shane or Sean. It was one of them. She
mhm.
said somebody's a Cancer. They operate on the money. I don't really like when people put astrology behind people's emotions and behavior. Oh, he's a Sagittarius. That's why he's behaving like this. Is like people react irrational every fucking day, no matter if they're Taurus, Gemini,
Mhm.
Scorpio, Virgo. Is just human behavior. So I just don't like when people are like, "Oh, he's behaving like this because he's a Pisces." And it's like, no, he's human. People have these reactions, and like, let's just try to normalize people having bad days because they're human and not because they're a
Right.
fucking zodiac sign. Like
Yeah.
that is so irritating to me. And no shade to
Yeah,
Kimmy
I don't
because
like that either. I feel
she's
like
the only
people.
person that does this, but
Mhm.
let's just try to normalize people having bad days because they're human.
Right. Or, trauma, or just the fact that they might just be a bad person. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to do with their astrology. But
yeah,
I feel like sometimes people try to do that to avoid like say you get into a situation and the situation is bad, like you receive some type of trauma from it. I feel like people will attribute like, oh, he was a Cancer, so like I'm gonna avoid Cancer so I don't go through this again. But you
right.
could get that could happen to somebody that's a Taurus or a Capricorn, Sagittarius. I feel like singing that Beyonce song, but I'm not gonna do it. Um, you know the song I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't agree with the attributing like that to that. But in a playful way, sure. But if somebody attacks you or something, it's like I wouldn't put that on just Gemini
Right.
behavior or whatever. But um oh, it is Malik. Shout out to you. He said, it's me, Malik. I'm sad to see the show as we know it end for now. It was definitely a challenging season of film this go around. I can see that. I think that Shane and Sean fight really left a stain on the season. Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like I do want some camaraderie amongst the group. Like I feel like people can have their like individual beefs, but I feel like when the group comes together, everybody's always like arguing like it's a free for all. I feel like that's just kind of draining. But I could tell it was probably difficult because you in between shows and like you got these big ass personalities. But shout out to you for being there helping Gemini Films. Yes. I knew that was you because I'm like, that's Malik in the background. Like, um,
Malik, also I have a question for you. I know this is completely off topic, but are you also on production as part of Bad Boys Club? I feel like I saw you break up
I
like
feel
five.
like he was there too. I
Okay,
feel like he was there too. He was
maybe
there. I
Malik,
think
we
he
gonna
was
have
on
to
the
get you on
dolls
for
too.
we gonna have to get you on for an interview during
Yes,
this season of Bad Boys Club if
for
that's not
sure.
ass. Like
Yeah,
that's gonna be lit. But
because they in them woods, baby. We
they
gotta
up in the mountains, baby. Up in the wilderness. But
right. Who's
so our grade for do you
oh,
have any more
Kimmy.
thoughts on Miss Kimmy?
Yeah, okay, so Kimmy, again, I wish we would have saw more of her work. I'm glad that she showed, talked about her transition. Um, she definitely had like some low moments, like the whole situation with, I think his name was Isaiah. And that whole situation, her wanting to quit the show. I just rewatched the episode today. She was going in, dropping them F bombs. But I don't know. I kind of felt for her in that moment because she did get attacked last season and now she's getting attacked again. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I would give her like a B, maybe B minus. I feel like she didn't really do too much, but she also didn't add to like the negativity too much. And she held her own and decided to stay on the show. So I'm always a fan of people toughing it out if they can. Um, but yeah.
Okay, I forgot that Isaiah was a part of the show when he made those.
I don't blame
you.
He
attacked Kimmy basically. So
him and them teeth, no shade.
I forgot he had about 11 veneers in his mouth.
They were white and straight, but they were they were very present. But yeah,
I don't know who people. I'm hearing that veneers typically are anywhere between $20,000 to $25,000. If you go get a set of veneers and they charge you like $8,000, you need to go somewhere else. Now I ain't saying.
Yeah. Well, the girls are getting caps actually, not veneers. Some of these people are getting caps, which I guess is like they grind down your teeth. I think they do this with veneers too. They grind down your actual teeth, but like with caps, like I think it's like it's not as durable, I guess you could say. So it's cheaper. And like the caps can like lead to like worser. I watched like TikTok about it, but like the caps can lead to like worser issues with your teeth because like they're not as strong as like the veneer. And if your teeth are already brittle, it's gonna lead to you having to get them redone faster. And it can lead to like, rotting out of your tooth or whatever. But I don't know. I just say always go to the certified, people that have their degrees and their certifications and their all of that. But I mean, his teeth didn't look bad. I don't know what he did, but yeah. Is he even worth talking about? No. I feel like he wasn't even on the season like that. So it's like
they should have brought back a girl that was doing teeth in her basement. I think season 2.
I forgot about her. Best friend. My goodness.
I forgot about that.
In that stall with her good girlfriend. Like
chaos, baby. But I'm gonna give Kimmy a B.
Okay.
I said I was not bad for her work ethic, but I did like that she was not part of the drama. Honestly, I feel like towards the end of the season, Kimmy was just like, I'm tired of this shit. Y'all gonna get these professionals, and I'm about to get the fuck out of here. Honestly. Yeah. So I guess honestly, who's Dion? Let's do Dion. So in my head, Dion, Quay, we could group Judy, Messiah, and River.
All these people, child. Like,
so let's go with Dion. Miss Orlando, Florida, putting them 30,000 miles on her engine.
She pressed behind that engine. You heard her when he was like, when he was first introduced, like, oh, like, I'm coming from Florida. My engine is new. I was like, okay, girl. Well, thank God. Like, you done put some miles on that bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
My goodness. And the best, baby.
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
I will say I do enjoy Dion. When Dion isn't being like malicious and like nasty, and he is good TV. We really didn't get to see much of anybody this season. I wanted to see Dion doing some like radiology. Radiology. My goodness, not me breaking that word down like that. Radiology. I just want to see Dion work. I just want to see what he had going on outside of just filming for the show, like his personal life. He said he just went through a breakup, so I didn't know if he was talking about if this was like a recent breakup or if he was talking about Shane. But I feel like the cast it's okay, so it might have been somebody different. But I just feel like this cast just had so much going on outside of the show, and they kind of really didn't capitalize on it. So I wanted to see more of Dion. Like you said, I really enjoyed Dion's dynamic with Milan. They have like this really, really good balance, almost like Dorothy and Blanche from the Golden Girls, or
I could see that.
Maybe like Joan and Maya a little bit from Girlfriends.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. No,
I enjoyed that. Like,
yeah.
I also like that Dion. I like that they were able, Milan and Dion, that they were able to kind of form a bond, a friendship from them kind of initially disliking each other. Like, they kind of read each other the wrong way, and they kind of talked about it, and then they were able to move over the hump, and now they're like. So, and I also liked how happy and excited and genuinely just ecstatic Dion was when he found out that Milan was like married, like this married, like that's mad weed. So yeah, I really do like their dynamic. When, like I said, when Dion isn't being a hateful nasty bitch, he is enjoyable. I do enjoy Dion.
I feel like Dion, like if you're actually friends with him, I feel like he probably treats you nicely. But like if you're just like somebody on this show or an enemy, he's gonna find every chance to shade you. Cause like he don't really be coming from a line like that. Like they be having each other's backs. But yeah, Dion do be Dion be taking every opportunity he can to shade the fuck out of somebody, which I can respect, but at the same time, sometimes it's you doing too much.
Yeah.
Like the whole rumor gate situation. I laughed when somebody was like, "Now, how the hell does Dion know what the fuck is going on in Atlanta? He in Florida. Like, who the hell is talking to him about Atlanta tea? Like, now Fort Lauderdale tea.
Dion got the girls on the street.
Tallahassee tea, sure, but you don't know about Atlanta tea. Like, so I don't know. Do you think well, I guess he didn't make it up because somebody else said that they had heard that before.
Tay Anthony said that he heard, and I feel like Tay Anthony might have seen some things, but he ain't gonna throw his friend under the bus. And I said, I stand a real bitch. I stand a real bitch, but yeah, it was Tay Anthony said that he heard some things, but I did say that it was kind of fucked up of Dion to kind of come to the show with this, but also in my head I'm thinking like this could have been orchestrated. Like they could have talked about this on camera. Hey, let's come up with this and let's kind of try to make this storyline carry the show. But I'm looking back and Quay was kind of highly upset that maybe Quay is allegedly doing, preferring for the show for money, and he's just more upset that Dion spilled his tea instead of it just spreading a rumor.
I can see that. It was given and if I am, so what? Kind of vibes. So I don't know.
I do it again. Shit. We're all sexy consenting adults.
Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he should have just brought it to Quay like right off the bat. I don't like how he brought it to the group and then tried to blame Quay, like, oh well, why you telling people? You should have kept it to yourself. And it's like, bitch, you should take your own advice and mind your business. Like, you the one that brought it up, like, and now you're mad that he's addressing it because he knew it was gonna come out because it's on the show now. So like, might as well address it now. So I don't know. I did want to see like more of like Dion's life. I feel like he always comes on these shows and tries to be like shady, but it's like we don't know who you are. Like we don't know what you give, and I feel like that's kind of like, oh, so nobody can shade me. Like let me just keep my shit quiet. But it's like I don't know. It's just kind of irritating, and like I don't think I can connect with you as like a person on this show when all you do is drive 5 hours and then talk shit and then drive 5 hours back home. Like I need you to do some other shit. Like if you're in the medical field, like let's hear about that. We don't have to necessarily see you in the hospital because that could be a breach of, not confidentiality. That could just be a breach of code, but like let's hear about what it's like to work in the medical field and like what other things you're trying to pursue. But I want to say I give him like I feel like I want to give everybody a B minus, but I'll give him a B. Actually, fuck that. I'm gonna give him a B minus. it's how I'm feeling. What's your grade?
Okay, you said what you said. I'm gonna give Dion a C plus.
Okay.
I kind of feel like I'm faulting the cast because we kind of didn't see more of them outside of the show. So I feel like I'm kind of being biased in a way. And I can't say I know it's their fault. I just wish production, and I feel like Malik is kind of trying to let us know what happened, but I feel like I wish production and the cast members would have found a medium for them to film the show with the drama and then to film like their personal lives, like work. Right. That's what I really want to see. Like, or if you're open to film your relationship, but I wish this season would have found like that good medium. But I'm gonna I'll give Dion a C plus. Actually, I'll give Dion a B minus because Dion, like I said, when he isn't being malicious, he is enjoyable. He is really entertaining to watch. Very auntie like.
Very shady auntie. Very shady auntie.
Dion is a very shady auntie. Very, very shady. The college educated auntie that's gonna read you because you don't have straight A's, or because your edges are sweated out.
Yes,
like,
the bougie, educated auntie that thinks she better than everybody now.
But she driving on a donut every other month,
baby.
I'm definitely giving those vibes. Always fucking north for some reason. Yes. But go off, sis. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it.
Shady as hell, but the wig be dry. You know, it's like you can't have it all. But I just wanted to highlight Malik's comment. He said they have indeed brought me over to the dark side. Okay, period. The Bad Boys Reunited spinoff. Isaiah also quitting the show was a challenge, and I tried to bring him back several times. Honestly, you probably could have left him where he was.
Yeah, just leave him where he was.
I don't know. He was acting like he didn't know if up was down and down was up. Like, I don't know. He was just giving, like, I don't know. Maybe he had a story to tell, but I wasn't into it.
Yeah, he made first hit me. I was like, this is the first time on camera, and this is the way you're coming. So,
and then not him living in Atlanta and not understanding what trans is, like what trans.
That's the thing for me. Like people living in densely populated trans or just areas, cities,
liberal cities, like,
and y'all just it's like, what's not clicking? Like, I'm not saying like you literally have to go like understand this person and understand like their transition. Just respect them. Just be respectful of it. That's literally all you gotta fucking do. Like, we're not gonna say like go befriend them and write like a thesis paper on this person, but just be respectful. I'm not understanding how you live in Atlanta and you don't understand. Like,
it was just so random and unnecessary.
But, very I want a moment, and it's like, I'm always mind boggled when people come in like, oh, I do hair, I do nails, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a rapper, but you come in, you introduce yourself with ignorance, and it's like, why not just lead with your craft? That's what the fuck I would do, but I guess everybody isn't cut or they don't think like that for some reason. Mind you, these are people in their early to mid 20s, so you make an ignorant comment like this shit is going to come up 10 years from now. Somebody somewhere is gonna be like, "Oh, remember on the Come Up, somebody made the ignorant fucking comment about the trans woman."
Especially if you become famous, you know they be.
Yeah, they gonna say
nasty Drew shit.
I'll be like, "Who the fuck had time to go find that tweet from 2009?" Like, baby, you probably got like 100 fucking computer monitors, like, cause ain't no way you scroll through on the phone.
Charlie from It's Always Sunny, just like losing their fucking mind trying to piece shit together, like not a good look. But I'm glad you're on Bad Boys Reunited. Definitely need to get some tea from that. And just your experience working on the show. But he also said it definitely felt like the information was pre-planned and discussed prior to the camera rolling. However, I don't think it was discussed with Milan. So I wonder, was it discussed with Quay though? Because Quay did kind of seem like he didn't seem surprised by it. He was just like, child, this is some bullshit, like fuck him or whatever, but he didn't seem like confused or anything like that. So I don't know.
I want to know what Tay Anthony know, because they asked Tay Anthony, and Tay Anthony took a sip of that drink, so that lets me know in my mind he knows some shit.
He saw things that I imagined. Shout out to Solange. Like,
somebody asked you if I'm performing for money, you take a sip of your drink. You just kind of spill my tea. If inevitably spill my tea.
Jesus. But yeah, I'm giving. Did we do our letter grade yet?
Did we do our letter grade? We did for who are we reviewing? Dion C+.
For Dion C+. Okay, so I said B- C+. Okay, cool. Got you.
Okay. So Quay, Mr.
Quay.
Let's go right next to Quay. I want to say I always live for Quay.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like this season he let the gossip that he say she say kind of factor his character this season. Usually Quay is like, I don't give a fuck that shit. I don't but this season just really weighed on him. So I don't know if him trying to juggle so many careers at once is
Probably it, yeah.
kind of stressing him out, and he's letting this drama get to him. Or again, I don't know if this is manufactured drama. I kind of feel like it's manufactured drama orchestrated for a storyline because, like we said, no shade to Geminifilmz. We absolutely love Geminifilmz down, but this season just was not it. So again, I like Quay. I like that he is multi-talented. He does chase. He's the come up. Like you said, he raps. He sings. He dances. He has a dance team. A triple threat, baby. And we love a triple threat. But Quay, I had something he did on some months ago. I cannot remember what the fuck it was. Him talking shit about Shane's relationship, and then when Shane kind of pressed him about it, it's like, oh, we could do this off camera. It was like, no, girl, because you
on camera.
On camera.
Yep, on
so
camera.
let's do that. So I was also kind of not a little, but kind of gagged a little to find out that Sean and Quay have been friends for almost a decade. I don't know why I was expecting them to be friends, or I was assuming them to have been friends for like 3 years, but yeah, Sean was like, not Sean, I'm sorry, Shane was like, me and Quay.
Shane,
like,
okay.
Shane, I'm sorry, I keep getting their names mixed up. Shane said he and Quay had been friends for like 7 or 8 years. And I was like, damn, that's like, and you have your friend on here kind of throwing shade at your like relationship. So yeah, I would definitely feel some type of way. Like,
right.
But again, I like Quay. It's kind of like pot kettle. Dion is doing the same thing to Quay that Quay is doing to Shane.
Yeah,
but
I could see that.
Dion for doing the same thing. So
yeah, and then I feel like, especially in this day and age, like if you suck a dick for money, so what? I mean, people suck dick for money. People suck dick for free. Like,
people suck dick for sport out here. Literally. Somebody somewhere got some meat down in their esophagus right now just for the fuck of it.
Somebody sucking dick
to get to that motherfucker, by the way. Let's take a shot for that person that got some dick and maybe got dick up to you know, somebody somewhere got 2 sticks up their bum. Now that's not my judge, but
oh my god,
shout out to them. Okay,
yeah.
Somewhere on this Good Friday is getting their hoes is violated. So shout out to them.
Not violated,
consensually violated, consensually. And I hate that we always have to preface it, but after Bad Goes is the 7th.
Yes,
it's
consensually violated for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Quay didn't really give too much. I mean, he was of course mad about the whole like comment that Dion had to say about him, which I understand. His situation with D, I thought was kind of cute. I mean, you know, D is giving Wild Horses vibes. Like he go where the wind blow. He ain't committed to nobody. He ain't. It's just, you know, still a scar from Arian. Oh, it's not funny, but yes, still scar from Darian. But yeah, I don't know. How you feeling about that partnership, that situation?
I found it interesting when Tay said that Quay puts his all into Darius. But
when he put his arm around him,
his all into him, like he's like that's not his boyfriend, but I guess Quay put so much
loves him. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's what it's giving. But Quay said that he and Darius, have been friends since like middle school, so like over a decade. So I was like, damn, that's a long time to have a friend like in a community.
He said they were each other's first, too. So I was like, whoa.
Yo, you gonna always have that bond, baby.
Right? That's a lot.
You gonna always have that bond. So I was like, okay. I was lost as fuck when Darius decided to spaz on Quay and Tay because he thought that they were talking about him. And I said, Darius, not this backwards club shit.
Right.
Like, calm your drunk ass down. Like, that's an Atlanta.
You're so paranoid. I'm like, calm down.
Extremely paranoid. That's the word I was looking for, and I couldn't think of. I kept saying confused, and I'm like, there's another fucking word. It's not confused, but paranoid. Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, he needed Darian to come and sit on his lap again because I'm like, calm your ass
Darian
down.
was busy sitting on Case, playing Santa Claus with Case.
Well, it is what it is, but yeah, I give Quay. I want to say, I guess it's. I don't know. I guess everybody on this cast is just kind of on this, not on the same level, but a lot of them are just kind of like C plus B minus vibes to me. Nobody really stood out.
Same.
Like,
same. And again, I don't know if for me, I don't know if it's because if the cast just didn't give. I don't know if that's the cast fault or if that falls on production.
right.
This just wasn't really a season of the come up for me. Now, last season, it's crazy because last season was one of the most chaotic seasons, but they were doing shit like different events here, or a love event here, or
right.
A showcase here, or Mulan was doing like hair or hosting like a class on how to install.
There was always some sort of event showcasing.
Yeah, but like this season, I just don't know what the disconnect was with like the cast and the actual come up. But yeah, I'm gonna give Quay I'll give Quay a C.
Okay.
He did have that kind of that video, that song, that preview.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah. I don't know if it's me. I feel like that song he previewed like last season of the come up.
It did sound familiar.
So I don't know if is that the same song that he listened to, but it wasn't finished. It wasn't mixed. That's what it was.
I think so. Yeah, I feel like I remember it not something being off about it, and I think it wasn't mixed correctly.
Okay, because I'm not throwing shade because I'm not a rapper. I don't do music, but it's no shade to Quay. But just rewatching the episode today, I was like, I've heard this before. I'm like, oh, I think so I'm like, Quay, no shade. You busy trying to beef with Dion. No, you did not have a listening party for a song that you dropped 2 years ago. Like, no shade. But come on now.
Get in the booth. Get back in the booth. No shade, but get back in the booth.
No shade. But yeah, I like Quay.
Yeah, I mean, Quay's good, I think.
It was just, I don't know. Nobody gave anything. I'm gonna give Quay a C. That's no shade. Just because there wasn't a lot going on with Quay, other than him trying to get his get back at Dion, which they never resolved. So I'm glad that we kind of just moved on from that beef after that sit down. And it was
yes, thank God. So what about who are you gonna say?
I was gonna say no shade. River, Judy, Messiah.
Can we group them all together?
If I would group them together, they all, I guess, for me, C minus.
Yeah.
River, I guess River is. I should have rewatched it.
For me, was just boring. Like I feel like he didn't add anything.
Yeah, very
matter of fact about everything. So it's just like, who cares about no shade, but like, who cares about your opinion when it's just you're not adding anything.
Right.
You're not giving us anything, you know. So.
Yeah, I won't say I didn't care for River. He changed his eye color. I really personally don't care for black people with colored eyes. That sounds racist as fuck and insensitive. But I'll be honest, baby. If you black and you have colored eyes in your head, don't come in my face. Like, that's just me being fucking for real. Like, also, if you're white and you have grotesquely colored eyes, stay the fuck out of my face. Any race with grotesquely colored eyes, stay the fuck out of my face. Let me just put it like that. So, any ethnicity, any skin color with grotesquely colored eyes, let me just put it like that, stay the fuck out of my face. But River changed the color of his eyes. That's a little off-putting. I don't want to look at you with your eyes look like a Siberian husky. Like, time for that. Like, this is not fucking Dr. Doolittle. I'm not trying to look at them talking husky. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Anywho, River, C minus, Judith. It's crazy because Judith met her match, I feel like, with Tank Anthony. Tank Anthony kind of pressed her, or let me say, pressed her about their relationship with River. And I put in my notes, I feel like if that was Mulan or Dion pressing Judy, about their relationship with River, she would have been trying to fight. Now
No.
that it's Tate Anthony, somebody that's matching her energy, it's that's not your business. And that's not your business. But then
Right.
you do the same thing, Judy, to Milan and Leon last season, trying to put that body on him from 6 years ago.
6 years ago, they was in high school.
In high school,
Like,
girl being you, just being messed. So I just found it interesting that Judy, a lot of choosy hoes on Geminifilmz.
yeah.
A lot of choosy hoes on Geminifilmz production company. So Judy was being a choosy hoe because if that was, like I said, if that was Milana Dion, she would have tried to fight. Tay Anthony, she chose her battle wisely, so she just decides to sit. They decided to sit and argue. So I'm going to give Judy just for the season. Let me go back because they did have that unfortunate event with Sean Dion, and I do empathize with them because that's unfortunate. But like you said, I don't want to victim blame, but I wouldn't have gotten a card. That's just me. I'm sorry. I'm just not getting a fucking car. Like, baby, right now I don't trust myself to drive around the block. Like, goodness, like
not driving in a parking lot.
I came back out the driveway. If you be honest, so I probably didn't even start the bitch. If you ask me, no, I can start it, but I came back out the driveway right now. But so I do feel for Judy in the aspect, but this cast just honestly didn't bring it. I want to see Judy Bow or slay a wig, but again, I guess dealing with their issues with Kimmy and then having to take like another blow by dealing with Sean Dion. That's kind of like, baby, I probably don't want a camera on my face at all right now. Like
when they just randomly quit the show after Kimmy was like, "You didn't have my back," I was just like, "Okay, well, I'm done." I was like, I feel like this is gonna be me at work one day. I'm done. I'm done with this. Like, I'm leaving, never to come back again.
Forget about that. Dude was flabbergasted. Like,
I'm over it.
And I said the same thing. Like, Judith saw that Isaiah was handsome, and she was like, "Oh, I can probably get some dick." So I'm just gonna play middleman and not defend Kimmy, which is crazy because Tate Anthony literally did the same thing to Judy in the confessional. So
right,
I was like, "That's crazy." You kind of not really walk in the same shoes as Kimmy, but you guys share certain traits, I guess, like just the makeup and the hair or certain qualities.
Right.
And for you to not defend your friend when somebody's literally bashing their transition, and then to have somebody like do the same thing to you in the professional, just to have somebody do it to you in general, it's like,
yeah,
community, baby. Like, community, baby. Isn't that what you said? Like,
oh my god, yeah.
You gotta tighten up. Like,
yeah,
you gotta tighten the fuck up.
Yeah, as a community for sure. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I give them all kind of just C+. No, C plus vibes. I mean, they were there, they told some stories, but I don't know. Like Judy, I want to like Judy, but there's just something about Judy that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't know. I think maybe just being so sneaky and then like just pushing that whole like Milan fucking Leon. It's just like they were in high school. Why do you keep harping on this? Like, let's talk about something else. But yeah, that whole situation was annoying. I kind of lived for Messiah though. Messiah was first of all, those finger waves, the blonde highlights finger waves that he had when he was talking to Judy, I think. I was living for that. I was living for those that look. Definitely giving like executive bad bitch cunt. Something like that. Something in there. Like, definitely the bitch that runs the board meetings. But yeah, I was living for that. Also, when he was reading Tate Anthony at the end, he had that purse, like that white purse he was holding. Reading him with that purse, I said, I'm here for it.
Very church mother.
I'm here for it. Very church mother.
Very church mother.
But
I just said that was because Tate was mad as hell. Like,
he was, and that's
always interesting doing like an argument, debate, or like a read session when somebody is like super super irate,
Right.
and then the other person is like kind of not extremely calm, but they're calm enough to have the other person like super fucking pissed off. So
Right. And
like,
then the
I
person that
would
pissed off
definitely
the
say
crazy.
Messiah won that because like Tay was angry as hell. But
Yeah.
I would say Messiah is very handsome. His style is interesting. I do live for that blazer with no shirt underneath, but I kind of feel like I wish Messiah would have got his own dating show. I feel
wish
like
he would have gotten
that would have kind of warmed up. I guess for the people that really aren't familiar with Messiah, I feel like that would have gave us, or it could have been a way for us to see more like personality. Or I feel like Messiah has personality, and I just feel like being around this cast, he has to be like if that makes sense, like
aggressive,
like not Pop Smoke or DMX, but he has to be a dog if that makes sense. Like he has to have his heart up and kind of be a bitch. But I do notice in scenes with Kimmy and Judy, he's more like vulnerable and like open. So I do want to see like a show with Messiah just be just open and flirty and just not so much.
I agree. I could see him on I could honestly kind of see him on maybe like a chasing show, just because they still be beefing on that show, but like I feel like he would find better footing there. I don't know how you feel about that, but I don't know. I just feel like he might fit in better there.
You said what? Chasing?
Yeah, like a Chasing Atlanta, maybe. Okay. If that was still a thing, like I feel like he would be a good.
I would say The Circle.
I could see The Circle too. Yeah, shout out to The Circle. I could see The Circle being there, being a option for him for sure. That would be nice. Yeah. Is there anybody else, child? Because I feel like I'm hiking up a mountain. Like I'm just like, oh my god, there's somebody else. Like,
yes, 10 cast members. I honestly think I take that back. I think the Dolls, 7 cast members. Not including the replacement, was the smallest cast for a show that we minus no Bad Boys Club and the Dolls. Bad Boys Club was 7. Yeah. The Dolls was like 6, I think. 7 if you include Jedi. Yeah. No shade to production teams out there, Geminifilmz. We love y'all guys. Let me do the heart.
Yes, heart.
We adore y'all. The work ethic. They can't carry back around like, nope. That's it.
Right.
Not gonna do it. But Geminifilmz, we love and adore you guys. Chasing Reality, we love and adore you guys. Your boy Nunu. Trying to think about the other shows we do for love. Love is pretty concise, but I feel like a smaller cast always kind of wanted to make the show interesting, because it makes you like, if we don't see somebody, I feel like if let's say like the show had like 6 people on it. 5 or 6 people in it. If we don't see, for me, if I don't see somebody for like 2 episodes, I'm like, damn, where'd this person go? If it's like 10 of them, I literally forget that this person isn't on the fucking show. So this is like, oh, I forgot this person was there. But if it's like a smaller cast and I don't see somebody for a few episodes, I'm like, damn, where did this person go? I really want to. So I feel like smaller casts is not a word for it. Smaller casts. I'm tipsy, no Cabellos. Smaller casts. A core group of like 5 to 6 people, and make sure, like, not make sure, but if this cast isn't really familiar with each other, like, let's just say they're mutuals, they just follow each other on Instagram, they never hung out, they don't share the same circle of friends,
that would be cute.
They aren't sucking on the same nigga. That would make an interesting show. Just a bunch of people that kind of don't know each other.
Twitter.
Start a show, and just let that drama just build.
Baby, that's gonna be Barb City. I want to see that storyline though.
It'll be
a Barb. Put a Barb and like, what is Cardi's Barty gang? Put a couple of them together. Then throw in a couple other people.
Baby, I'm pretty sure that show is codenamed 60 Days In. Now you know the niggas in the jail ain't gonna willingly admit on camera that they barbs are part of the Barty gang.
Not the niggas that's in jail being barbs.
It's literally the
part of Barty gang.
Barty and barbs. It's sitting there funny. Like,
Let me highlight a couple comments from Malik. Thank you so much for being in the chat and giving your
Everybody that's here, everybody's in the comments. Like,
yes, he said Shane and Quay met during the filming of Bad Boys Club, the Atlanta season. Oh, okay. Shane was actually security with production during the time, and they actually used his apartment to film the season. Oh shit, for real? Damn! Look at this Geminifilmz lore. I would not have thought about that. I did not know that.
Shane let them film his apartment. Now I wonder how Shane neighbors felt. How would you feel if one of your neighbors decided to let Geminifilmz?
No, ma'am, no, sir. Like that would be a whole mess. Cannot deal with that. But he also said the spats was definitely random. D's show started to go off on everybody. Yeah, he got a mean streak at him. I don't know what that is, but he just be. I feel like maybe he gets triggered by something, but he just like turns up out of nowhere, and it's just like, what happened? I missed it, you know. He said, he also said, I also think the displacement of everyone moving this season made it difficult to capture moments. Yeah. Milan wasn't in Atlanta. Dion doesn't stay in Atlanta. Messiah was moving away. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people were moving and getting put in. So it might have made the season hard to film for sure. He said, I think Messiah on the chasing platform would be great. And now they are doing it in Orlando, so he could. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's a possibility now.
I think we're doing
Chasing Orlando. That'll be real interesting. Okay. I wonder why they're not doing Chasing Miami. They must have more of a community to. Wasn't the Pulse? Do you remember the Pulse, that nightclub? Wasn't that Orlando?
Orlando for that.
Okay. Thank y'all. Anybody that came through, anybody that's still here, anybody who's gonna watch this on the playback.
Yes. You shout out, you are gonna watch this on the playback.
Yes. I'm so mad that I can't do the hearts, but yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Definitely stay tuned. Come key with us. What is it? This Monday, Memorial Day. Yes, Memorial Day. Come key with us while you barbecuing, or hanging out with your family.
Barbecue,
before you hang out with your family. Yeah, like
on your
we'll be reviewing. Yes,
we'll be reviewing. Bacardi Limon, baby. I need a sponsorship because this is literally all I've been drinking for like the last year. My kidneys are probably like, bitch, you fucking bitch. Yes, this is literally all I've been drinking for the past year, Bacardi. Yes. So y'all need to give me a sponsorship. Every time I drink a bottle of Bacardi Limon on Key Carry platform, I feel like y'all should just send me a caseload of this. I would just promote it.
It's crazy because I remember when we first tried it. You were here in Chicago.
Yes, and I got hooked. This is crack. This is crack. And literally, so it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. If I'm not mistaken, Memorial Day, 2022, baby. And we cracked this. Yeah, and that's when that was the first time I tried that Mr. Pure Juice. So deep cut, throwback. Yes, Bacardi Limon for 2 years. Bacardi, I need a sponsorship. So
I need to probably get some Bacardi Limon. That way we're both drinking it for Memorial Day. But,
yes. We drunk as fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up with a hangover for work on Tuesday. But it is what it is.
Well, just limit yourself to the amount of drinks, maybe. You like, nah.
You're right. You're right. Because it's a weekday. I'm not sure. It's Tuesday, so yeah, people will be in that mix. So yeah, you're right. Me and my P's and Q's. Anyway, thank you again to everybody who came through.
Thank everybody who back. Check us out on Monday. Yes.
Elise, thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much, and we will see y'all in the next one. Oh, I did it backwards. This has been Key. Key.
And we Carrie.
I'm Damon.
I'm Troy.
And we will see y'all in the next one.
In the next one. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye. Have a good Memorial Day.